Greetings, and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. So for this particular episode, we're going to talk about the iconic, world-famous, well-renowned cricket sweater. Now, before we get into it, we definitely have to deep dive into the cricket sweater, because actually there are several different theories as to where that actual sweater got its origins. Most of you may already know that it's also called a tennis sweater. A guy named Malcolm Whitman has the earliest photo of something extremely similar to what is now called a cricket sweater. He had on a wide crew neck sweater, and it had a V pattern like the chevron around the crew neck, but it was a wide crew neck. This picture was taken in 1902 after he had won the U.S. Open tennis tournament. However, there are some different theories that say that it wasn't even originated for tennis players. Some theories say that it was originated for the slopes, for skiing. And that could definitely be something that I could wrap my head around, because a cricket sweater is kind of heavy. It's theorized that the cricket sweater was actually made for the slopes, and that you were to put a turtleneck on up under it to complement the color palette of your V on your white or off-white or cream sweater. Again, we also know that it is theorized that it was originated for tennis players. And then, of course, it's also been popularized by cricket players and squash players. But there's also a theory that said it was originated for golfers. The Prince of Wales actually preferred the tennis sweater, but he preferred a sleeveless version, which is how we also got the cricket vest. No matter where it started or where it originated or who it was actually made for, we tend to always call it the cricket sweater. I always refer to it as a cricket sweater. It is one of my favorite sweaters. I have quite a few of them. And what's kind of funny and peculiar maybe to you is that I'm not wearing a cricket sweater right now. What I am wearing is a cricket blazer. Now, this particular cricket blazer to me looks like it's a combination of a cricket blazer with the stripes and a rowing blazer with the piping. But it was listed on RalphLauren.com last year as a cricket blazer. I'm also wearing an Oxford with First 8 logo here, but it has that cricket chevron here. So, I just kind of pair them together. But I definitely also have a cricket sweater that I do tend to wear with this particular blazer and this particular ensemble. So before we style a few on the rigs, I'm going to show you damn near all of the cricket sweaters that I possess. So let's get into that right now. This is usually the sweater that I wear with this particular ensemble. This one's off-white to me, but this is off-white, and it's got the navy and Columbia blue chevron, which goes perfectly with this particular blazer. It has piping on the sleeves as well as piping on the waist, and as you already know, cable knit. But this is the one I wear with this particular jacket. This is a newbie, just came out. I just got this last week. This is, I'm a fan of crickets that aren't the white, off-white, or cream, just as much as I am a fan of cricket sweaters that are white, off-white, or cream. So when I saw this one, I knew I was going to grab it. It's got the Rugby Royal mixed with the Aviator Navy chevron, and then it's the college green. It's a beautiful piece, cable knit throughout. It does have 2 stripes, but the stripes are on the sleeve. So it's kind of a more modern look as it is the traditional look. And it also has polo written in chevron on the right side. I kind of like this joint. Can't wait to wear it. Vintage piece I own by Rugby, black with a cream chevron, and it has a crest in the middle, 1839 or 1939, sorry. But it's just got 39 there, but it's also got a griffin and cross swords. I love this one. I don't wear a lot of black, y'all know that. But this is a piece that I just grabbed just to kind of like throw up under a blazer or whatever. It's chocolate brown, white split chevron, got a white pony on it, and it's a vest. Something I could throw up under a blazer. You know, it was, I think I paid $12 for this on Poshmark, so it was something I felt like I could just grab just to have a nice layering piece, transitional piece for spring. This is one of the ones I've had the longest. This is a vest. It's cream with the red and white and blue chevron, and then it's got the USA K-Swiss style logo here with USA written across the top. And this one is from the Olympics, 2012 Olympics. So yeah, this is one of the oldest ones that I have in my collection, and it's still a favorite of mine as well. Then we have the Wimbledon. This one came out in, I think this one was 2016. I think it's when I got this one, 2016. Yeah, it's an extra large. It's probably 2016. But cream, Wimbledon colors in purple and forest green here, white in between. Nice piece. Goes perfect with the umpire blazer, and that's usually how I wear it. And I usually only wear it once a year during Wimbledon season. This one came out last year. Loved it as soon as I saw it because I'm a big fan of cranberry. So it's got the cranberry and what I am pretty sure is black, but it could be navy in the center of the chevron. And then it's got the skull and bones in either black or I'm pretty sure it's black, but could be navy as well. Not quite sure. But nice piece. Showed you this one in the last episode when I did vests. But that's that. And I got a few more. Now I'm not even sure if this is classified as a cricket sweater. It's got a chevron, it's a V-neck, but it's definitely a winter wool. It's definitely all winter colors. The chevron has a plaid pattern in it. Either way, I love this sweater. It's beautiful. And I keep it with my cricket sweaters, but I'm not even sure if this is considered a cricket sweater or a tennis sweater or whatever. But it goes with the rest of the fellas. Nice little pickup here. This one's navy. It's got my favorite color block: green, cranberry, yellow, and navy put together. Nice piece. Got the same color palette on the sleeves, not at the bottom. Just an all-around nice piece. Then this is one of my rugby vests. It's got the bird of peace in the middle, the dove, navy blue, double chevron here, navy blue at the bottom. Really like that one. And that's cream. This one, I've had this one for a while. It's a little big for me, but I can still wear it as a layering piece under a blazer or a coat. But it's cream with a collard green double chevron. It's also on the sleeves and at the waist. But if you can see, I'm not sure if you can, but it has a tonal griffin in the middle. Man, I love this sweater. One of my favorites. Nice little piece I picked up on eBay years ago, and I always just keep it in the tuck. It completes outfits. It's white, and it has the navy and green chevron, navy and green at the bottom. Simple piece, but when you can definitely use it to like complete an entire ensemble. And then last but not least, this Joker. Got this Joker last year. One of my favorites. It's a remake of a rugby piece. It's got the half a griffin, PRLFC here. It's navy and red chevron, and then it's hooded. Now it's kind of a modern look on the cricket because the entire cricket is not cable. The back of it is more of a fleece. So it's a decent look. It's a modern look. It's different, but I love it nonetheless. All right, so I got a couple of more cricket sweaters that I want to actually style on the rig to give you some opportunities to see how you can rock cricket sweaters in different variations. All right, so let's get to that right now. All right, so this particular hooded cricket sweater, I first saw it on UK's website. I think Japan also had it, but I first saw it on UK's website, and I never saw it on Ralph Lauren's American website. Try as I could, I tried to get it from UK, and I just wasn't able to work it out with some of my connections across the pond. But what I did was I just stayed patient, and I eventually started to see it on Poshmark and eBay and Depop and sites like that. But I also always saw them outside of my size. I saw them in 2X's, and like that just wasn't gonna work for me. But I finally saw it in my size. As soon as I saw it, I grabbed it, and boom, there she is. She's home. It's just like the navy cricket sweater I just showed you, with the green, gold, navy, and cranberry stripe in the chevron, but it's got a patch here. One of the more popular patches for me. This patch is becoming more and more popular for me, as far as I'm starting to see it on a lot of pieces, and it ends up being a lot of pieces that I really like. RLPC with the griffin here and the Roman numerals. So I already had this scarf, which just matches up perfectly. The scarf has the same color palette, it's cable knit, has the same crest here, so it just matches up perfectly. And you know, you could throw a blazer on top of this to complete the look if it's a little cold outside. But if the weather's starting to break, you can roll out just like this. I paired it with this foul yard tie that has the same color palette as the chevron, white dress shirt, and the vintage rugby skull and bone chinos. Finish this look off with you could do a pair of sneakers. Any pair of sneakers, you could do white. You could do something that matches up well. It doesn't need to be an athletic sneaker or a cross trainer. It needs to be some type of casual canvas sneaker. But you could do a pair of sneakers here would be pretty good. And of course, you could also do a brown loafer or a brown boat shoe or something to that effect. But yeah, this is one of my favorite cricket sweaters, and it's one of the ones that was really sought after for me, and I'm glad I was able to nab it. If you do like it enough, I would say just check all the sites, eBay, Poshmark. They're starting to come out the woodwork in pre-owned and brand new tags. So I'm sure if you really like it, you can find it now in the States. But originally, they only had it overseas, but now it's home. Okay, so this particular cricket sweater is one of those hybrid types that came out last year. Saw this, fell in love with it. It did finally hit the website, and I jumped on it as soon as I saw it. But the middle torso piece is fleece, like the white one that I showed you with the hood where the back is fleece. The back of this one is cable knit, and then your sleeves are also cable knit. So it's more of a hybrid design, more of a modern look, as opposed to that traditional cricket look that we love so much. However, because they added the distressed screen print graphics on here to give it that complete varsity look, with Academy written across the front, with what I call the Duke crest here, and don't get all bent out of shape and think I'm being a homer. Hey, David and Dylan both went and graduated from Duke. So it's not a stretch that the Duke embroidery or Duke logo or something very similar is used on today's modern Ralph Lauren. So get over it, Tar Heel fans. Anyway, Duke crest logo here, Ralph Lauren banner here. Chevron is Rugby Royal in white. The sweater itself is navy. Rugby Royal in white on the sleeve. Polo written right here in white, which I love, and it's also Rugby Royal in white at the waist. Beautiful piece. I paired it with a pair of vintage Rugby Ralph Lauren shorts in the Rugby Royal navy and white. White dress shirt, Rugby Royal and red heraldic bow tie, and me, no socks, all white canvas sneakers, and I'm out the door and I'm looking good while I'm doing it. All right, I got a couple more I'm going to do on the rig, but I'm also going to change clothes. Before I change clothes, just let me give a shout out to my man Dolphus from By Dolphus Designs. One of the few things that I'm willing to put on my body that's not Ralph Lauren is my guy's ascots. He makes ascots, bow ties, and neckties, amongst other things, by hand. So you can have one-offs of anything you like almost if you get in contact with Dolphus from By Dolphus Designs. His IG is right there on the screen. I got 2 ascots from him because I needed something to go with 2 cricket blazers that I own, and I felt like he was the only person that could get the job done. I couldn't find anything through Ralph Lauren's vintage that was going to suit me. I wanted that matching look, like how they do with the rowing blazers and the cricket blazers and things of that nature. So he made this particular ascot for me. It's beautiful, it's cozy, it's warm. Thanks, bro. And you know, appreciate you looking out for me on that, because his prices are very, very reasonable as well, gents. So check him out. But I'm gonna change clothes and then I'm gonna rock out 2 more rigs for you, and that's gonna be a wrap for the day. All right. Now this particular piece is probably more sought after now than it was, say, September 2019. Because when the Very Ralph documentary dropped, one of the first glimpses we got of Mr. Lauren was him in this particular cricket sweater. The exact one, with the RLPC, I think that is, in the middle, but with the cross cricket mallets and ball. So the most iconic cricket sweater is your cream cable knit version with the navy blue and gold chevron sleeve barrels and around the waist. But when you throw this in and then you add on the fact, like I said, that Mr. Lauren was wearing this in the Very Ralph documentary, this is now one of the more sought after pieces. I've had this one for a couple of years now, and I mean, I grabbed it because of this. I actually had the more traditional one at the time when I saw this one online, and just because of this logo, I loved it so much with the cross cricket mallets, that I just grabbed it anyway. But what I did here was I dressed it similar to how Mr. Lauren was wearing his, which is also the most traditional way to wear a cricket sweater. Now, I know a lot of us, me included, and especially, dress our cricket sweaters up. Button-up shirt, neck wear, etc. But the most common way to wear a cricket sweater, even with it being cream, is a white knit polo underneath, and a pair of usually a pair of shorts, white shorts, white pants, or a pair of khakis. So here I paired it with a pair of basic sand slim fit khakis, and I added the yellow and blue striped belt to finish off the look. Shoe wise, again, you can look at a sneaker, all white canvas. You could do an all white monk strap, or all white. You could do an all white suede saddle shoe, or something to that effect. Or you can do a brown. You can definitely go a brown. You have plenty of options. I talked about these sneakers before because they're one of my favorite pair of sneakers. My navy and yellow striped canvas sneakers would also go with this look. Headwear, you can do a ball cap. If you do a driver, it probably needs to be a spring driver. You probably don't need to do a tweed driver or anything like that. But here's one look. We got one more, and then we're good for the day. Okay, so for our last rigging, we brought out the Polo Rugby paint splattered cricket sweater. Now, I would say that this wouldn't be a cricket sweater that you would wear actually playing cricket or actually playing tennis or anything like that. It's more so something you wear out and about casually because of the excessive amount of paint splatter that they put on this. Paint splatter is an acquired taste as far as style, as far as fashion is concerned. It's not my favorite expression in the world, but I did like this piece, and I felt like, hey, you know, the paint splattered jeans went good with it. Just something I can throw on and you know, go out and about for the day or whatever. So what I did here was I just paired it with a white button-up shirt, no neckwear, you know, just kind of keeping it simple. You could, I guess, if you had a painting project to do at home, you could wear this. I don't, you know, I did for a photo with my Ralph Lauren paint, but you know, it's more so just an expression of style with the paint splatter. The green and navy chevron with polo on this side and rugby on this side, it's just kind of an ode to the brand as a whole. I love it. Gold lettering is the Times New Roman font, so you know, just a nice piece that you throw on. A pair of brown loafers would be great here. You could do the sneakers. I'll probably do some loafers though with this one. I probably would steer clear of the sneakers. You could do it, but I'll probably steer clear of it. Cap wise, you could do, I have a cream driver. It's a springtime driver. I have a cream driver I could throw on. I'd probably throw on, I have a green rugby bear cap. So it has polo written under the actual rugby bear, the rugby bear kicker. So it kind of covers polo and rugby in the cap. So I'll probably throw that on. Will be my headgear for the day for this outfit. But our last cricket sweater for the night, the Polo Rugby paint splattered cricket sweater. No food and or beverage for the end of this episode. The reason I wanted to change clothes because I wanted to show you guys my ode to Pierre Woods. P. Woods is one of my favorite Ralph Lauren models from the great print ads that are, some of them are classics. And P. Woods always just, to me, it personified the Ralph Lauren brand and lifestyle every time he was in print. He's a really good dude. He's personable. I am a follower of his on Instagram. And yeah, you know, P. Woods, one of my favorite print ads of his is when he wears, it's a jacket very similar to this. The only difference is this particular version has the navy and yellow stripes here, and in the collar. But his is just all white, but it's got the same cricket logo. He's wearing it with this particular cricket vest. His white knit polo has a tipped collar, blue tipped, and then he's wearing a pair of navy blue chinos, which when I do my shoot, I will wear the navy blue chinos. But I just wanted to break out these shorts here that has the same matching logo for today's episode. My cricket bat and my wickets are all in the back of Theo's car, and he didn't hit me back today, so I wasn't able to do my shoot today, so I'll have to wait probably until next weekend. But be on the lookout. I'm gonna do an ode to P. Woods, some of his better print ads, and I'm gonna start with that cricket one. But that's another episode in the books. Get in the comment section and tell me what you think about the cricket sweater. What's your favorite cricket sweater? Maybe it's one you saw here today. Maybe it's one you have in your collection. Or maybe it's one that you don't have that has been something that you've been looking for over the past couple of days, weeks, months, or years. Get in the comment section and let's talk cricket sweaters. hit that like, hit that subscribe, tell a friend. We here. Artists paint pictures and haters paint narratives. So don't be no hater. Y'all have a good one.